Welcome to this conditioning visualization. It's a guided meditation to help you to improve your defending. Now, specifically, we're going to be focusing in on Virgil van Dijk and some of the brilliant qualities that make him most likely the very best defender in the world. Now, you'll be visualizing becoming Van Dijk and bringing his attributes into your game. Now, this video is broken down into 3 parts. Firstly, the specifics of what the visualization session will focus on, the brilliant attributes of Virgil van Dijk that we're going to condition into your game. Now, the second is why these sessions work so brilliantly to improve your game. There is nothing fluffy about this visualization, and you'll get an understanding of the impact that they have on your learning and why they're so effective. Now, finally is the visualization itself. And if it is the first time that you've watched this, I highly suggest that you watch it all the way through from start to finish. But if you are returning, you can skip ahead by going to any of the timestamps in the description or simply fast forward to any of these times in the video. Now, because this is a conditioning session, I want you to come back to it often. Listen to it over and over again. Utilize it to improve and condition Virgil van Dijk's brilliance into your game. Now, just before we do go into the traits of Virgil van Dijk, I want you to think about how you watch games on TV. For example, when you're watching Virgil play, pay attention to the things that he does. See him doing these things that we're going to be discussing in this session. Then these are going to help even more to bring alive the visualizations when you do them in the future. Now, specifically, what we're going to be concentrating on in this visualization are 4 key areas of Virgil's game. Firstly is his aerial dominance. We'll focus in on seeing his strength and his power. But there's a lot of centre-backs out there that are big and strong, yet do not dominate in the same way that Virgil does. Now, we'll help you to condition the other ingredients as well. His drive and his commitment to win the ball, combined with his confidence and self-belief in himself to dominate his opponent in the air. Now, all of these ingredients make for a formidable player and qualities that are going to be massively assisting any centre-back in the game. Now, secondly is his vision and his passing. Now, this has a lot to do with his ability at making those long passes, which you'll also be practicing in the visualization. But it's also down to his vision, which comes with having a committed focus in the game, being very aware of what is happening and what is going on within the game, so that when he gets the ball, he knows where his teammates are likely to be and the runs that they're likely to make. Now, third is Virgil's composure on the ball. And this is a big one about Virgil van Dijk's game. When you watch him play, he is so relaxed. And this obviously comes with being comfortable with the ball at your feet, which we'll also be focusing on. But yet again, it also comes down to being focused and having a brilliant awareness of the game. He can only be this composed on the ball if he knows where other players are on the pitch, particularly his opponents. He knows how much time he has on the ball, and because of this, he knows when he has time on the ball and when he has to be a little bit quicker with his play. And finally, number 4 is his 1v1 defending. This brings some of these brilliant qualities of Virgil's together once again. His strength and power, his focus, and his agility to pressurize opponents into making mistakes and knowing exactly the right times to commit to making a challenge and when to simply pressure the ball. Now, please do make sure you add a like and you subscribe to the channel, and also write in the comments other players you would like to see featured in these visualizations, other players that you would like to improve your game. Now, make sure you come back to this session often to continue this conditioning process, and make sure above all you have fun with this. The benefits and the improvements to your game can be absolutely huge when you commit time to this consistently. Now, I'll also be adding lots more of these in the future, so you can pick and choose which parts of your game that you want to develop and which superstar players that you want to base this on. So in this part of the video, I am going to be explaining to you why these visualizations, these guided meditations work so well. You are going to know why they're going to improve you as a player and why they're going to make that development extremely rapid. Now you can skip this part, go straight to the conditioning visualization, and there'll be a timestamp in the description, or you can simply fast forward to this time in the video right now. But I would highly recommend that you watch this at least once, get a brilliant understanding of why it works so well. And once you realize how and why it works, it is going to give you even more reason, even more motivation to come back often and listen to these sessions over and over again. Now, there is nothing fluffy about what we're doing. None of this is new age. None of it is laws of the universe, etc. This is all about how we know that your brain works, how it learns effectively, and then utilizing this knowledge to maximize your improvements. Now, when it comes to learning, the way that our brains learn is that when we physically do something, such as passing, such as shooting, what is happening in our brains is that we are connecting neurons together. Then the more that we do the same thing over and over again, the stronger that we establish the connections or the pathways between these neurons. So when we physically train, you're firing these neurons and strengthening these neural pathways in your brain. And this is what enables you to get better and better, the strengthening of these neural pathways in your brain. But the amazing thing is that your brain does not know the difference between imagination and reality. When you simply imagine shooting or passing, or even mental attributes such as imagining being more confident or having more self-belief, just imagining this fires off the same neurons in your brain as if you were physically doing it. Now, athletes have known that visualization works for decades, but they just simply haven't known why it works. They just knew that the more that they visualized, the better that they got. But now we know that this is the reason. Just visualizing, practicing different attributes make you better at doing them. And there have been literally hundreds, if not thousands of studies that have shown that mentally practicing and visualizing is massively better than just physically practicing on its own. And when we take a player that is one of the best in the world at doing the thing that you want to get better at, and you visualize doing what they do, feeling what it's like to become them, now you're learning the very best skills from the very best players. Now, why would you just want to go through the motions of practicing when you can simply learn from the very best? You've seen the best players do what they're brilliant at. Now you can incorporate this into your game. And also, all of my sessions have the added ingredients of strong and powerful words, such as maybe strong and powerful, or maybe confidence, self-belief, drive, determination, sharpness, focus. All of these words evoke a response within you, a feeling. And this feeling is the production of chemicals in your body and brain. Chemicals that not only make this process of improvement more effective, but again, it fires the neurons that are responsible for these feelings, establishing these connections more and more. So when you imagine feeling confident, you strengthen confidence within you. And when you imagine strong, powerful, focused, driven, motivated, you feel them more and you then become them more and more as this becomes more established and automatic within you. Now, do not underestimate just how powerful these sessions can be to your development. Have fun with them, enjoy them, and make sure that you come back and you listen to them often and you continue this conditioning process.
Okay, so this is the more intense version of the conditioning visualization session. So I just want you to get yourself comfortable, either sitting or lying on a bed, and make sure that you're not listening to this when driving or operating machinery. And for now, I would like you to allow yourself to simply focus upon my words. And if you do find yourself drifting in and out of consciously being aware of my voice, that is absolutely fine. Just try and come back to my voice and be in the moment as much as you can. So for now, I just want you to focus your attention upon your breathing, forgetting the outside world for just a moment, forgetting anything else that's been on your mind as you completely focus upon this right now. making brilliant use of this time to develop and condition the brilliance of Virgil van Dijk into your game. And just for the moment, I want you to picture Virgil van Dijk in your mind. See him moving, operating on the pitch in the way that he does. Running, competing, dominating, leading. Picture him as best you can, doing all of the brilliant things that he does. And the more that you practice these visualizations, the better that you'll become at them, with the pictures in your mind becoming clearer and clearer. And for the moment, I just want you to imagine seeing Virgil van Dijk playing. His strength, his power, his confidence, his drive, determination, his belief as he moves around the pitch, so self-assured, so calm and so composed. And I just want you to imagine what it would feel like to experience becoming Virgil van Dijk. Imagine seeing through his eyes, feeling that unwavering belief within you. Such confidence, such inner strength and will to win. And feel that pure strength and confidence of what it feels like to become Virgil van Dijk now. Feel what it feels like to lead the team, to be such a brilliant and well-respected defender and member of the team. Feel what it feels like to move around the pitch competing as Virgil van Dijk. Experience becoming him. And now, I want you to imagine watching him again, and in particular, I want you to imagine seeing his aerial dominance. See him competing with his opponent. See that strength and power, too much for every player he's up against. And Virgil knows this. It gives him such amazing inner belief and self-confidence. And as you continue to see him competing against various opponents and seeing that inner belief and confidence, that unwavering belief backed up by the drive and determination to win the ball. See this brilliance of complete aerial domination in full flow. And now I want you to imagine experiencing this for yourself. I want you to imagine that you become Virgil van Dijk, competing and dominating in the air, time after time. As Virgil van Dijk has so much strength and power, you feel what it's like to have this strength and power yourself as you become Virgil van Dijk. Such an unwavering confidence and self-belief within yourself now. Feel now what it feels like within you. And his drive and his determination that makes him the very best at what he does. Feel that drive, feel that determination of Virgil van Dijk within you now. And bringing this all together as you go up for challenge after challenge. Dominating with strength, power, confidence, belief, drive and determination. And now I want you to imagine being in one of your own games right now. Those aerial duels in your own matches. Imagine if you became Virgil van Dijk in this game. Imagine the brilliance as your quality in the air is absolutely formidable. Strength, power, drive, determination, and an absolute deep belief within yourself as your decision making on when to go up and challenge for those headers is brilliant. Feeling how good it feels to bring your inner Van Dijk into your aerial challenges in your own game right now. And now I want you to imagine Virgil van Dijk picking out a brilliant pass. See his vision and his brilliant range of passing. knowing that his awareness is so high at all times, automatically and instinctively checking his shoulders, creating pictures around him, knowing the runs of his teammates. And I want you to imagine seeing Virgil picking out one of these long passes now, and see a few of these time after time from different angles and different areas on the pitch. That confidence, that awareness that he has. Then that ability to pick out such a brilliant long pass. As you continue to see these passes and enjoy how brilliant they are. And once again, now I want you to step into Virgil van Dijk and become him. His ability to hit these brilliant passes, but also the brilliance that you experience in his mind as well. Feel how empowered he is within, so much self-confidence, so much belief, and feel the confidence and self-belief of Virgil flowing through you now. Enjoy it, become it, and at the same time, experience his awareness. See those runs of the players around you, and I want you to imagine experiencing what it's like to hit those passes as you become Van Dijk now. Imagine hitting brilliant pass after brilliant pass. And each time you imagine it, I want you to almost feel the contact that you make with the ball. See the pass. Enjoy the awareness that you have. The confidence, the strength of character that you take on as you become Virgil van Dijk. See it, feel it, become it. Pass after pass. So much brilliance in Virgil van Dijk as you condition this to be part of your game. And now I want you to imagine that you're playing in one of your own games. And once again, you take on becoming Virgil van Dijk in your game. Imagine the runs that your teammates make. And imagine being so much more aware of these runs, so much more aware of everything going on around you as you pick out a long ball to your teammate. And each time that you connect with the ball, it's almost as if you can actually feel the connection with the ball as your neurons in your brain are firing. And you know that these are conditioning that brilliance into you. And once again, feel it and become it. Seeing the runs of your teammates, knowing instinctively the runs of your teammates as they become more and more familiar to you. You see them and your brilliant range of passing picks the player out. As you see this from different areas on the pitch, as your brilliance at hitting these long passes becomes better and better. And enjoy seeing these different passes. And now I want you to imagine another one of Virgil's amazing qualities, his composure on the ball. He is so relaxed when in possession, and this relaxation is only possible because of his amazing awareness. He knows where other players are on the pitch, and this helps him to instinctively know how long he has on the ball. And see him now, this brilliance, this amazing quality of being so composed on the ball, allowing him to make such brilliant decisions. When to clear the ball, or when to pick out a short pass, a long ball, or when to travel forward with the ball, breaking those lines with confidence and belief. See him doing all of these things now, always making brilliant decisions as he is so comfortable on the ball. So at ease and so natural on the ball, but at the same time knowing how much time he does have at that moment in time on the ball, knowing when to be composed and knowing at other times when it's the right time to simply clear the ball. That brilliant awareness combined with his brilliance on the ball, allow Virgil to do this so well. And once again, I want you to imagine that you take on the role of becoming Virgil van Dijk. See what he sees, feel what he feels, and enjoy this brilliance now. Imagine various situations on the pitch where his and your awareness are so high, and your brilliance on the ball is of such an amazing quality that your decision making is brilliant. See yourself travelling with the ball. See yourself passing the ball short, hitting the ball long, and sometimes clearing the ball, making great decisions as your composure and your quality is absolutely phenomenal as you take on becoming Virgil van Dijk. And every touch of the ball, as you imagine what Virgil would do, I want you to feel the touch of the ball and enjoy everything that is going on inside your head as you experience Virgil's thoughts, his awareness, his confidence, his inner belief in himself. And imagine that composure and that decision making in various situations on the pitch. Over and over again, knowing that the more that you do this, the more you condition it and the more that you become it. And imagine in one of your own games now, becoming Virgil van Dijk and taking on those attributes of being amazingly composed and having such brilliant quality on the ball. Enjoying becoming this in your own game. Experience it, feel it, enjoy it, and become it. See yourself in various situations on the pitch and always with Virgil's inner thoughts of brilliant awareness, brilliant confidence, and brilliant self-belief in himself and in yourself to make the very best decisions naturally and instinctively. And imagine now that you're watching Virgil van Dijk in 1v1 defending situations. Yet another extremely brilliant attribute of Virgil's game. See his strength and his power. See his agility and his decision making of whether to make the challenge or when to pressure. And to see him doing this, the way he puts players off, forcing them into making mistakes. He is an absolute colossus, not just with his strength, his power, his agility, but also with his decision making. Should he pressure the player on the ball? Should he make the challenge? Such brilliance as you see this truly amazing part of Virgil's game. See it now and enjoy it as you see different scenarios all over the pitch. Different scenarios now where Virgil's brilliance wins out time and time again. And once again, imagine becoming Virgil van Dijk in these situations. Enjoy what it feels like to have this presence, this power, combined with amazing agility and decision making. And enjoy experiencing that inner feeling of massive confidence and massive belief in yourself, just like Virgil has in these 1v1 situations. The drive, the focus, the absolute commitment, and feel that within yourself now. Enjoy it and experience it. And see those scenarios happening over and over again, completely dominating your opponents over and over again. Relentless in every scenario, making these great decisions of when to make the challenge and when to press the ball. Strong, confident, brilliant. Enjoy it, feel it, become it. Over and over again now as you condition this brilliance into yourself. And now I want you to imagine some 1v1 defending situations in one of your own games, as once again you take on becoming Virgil van Dijk in your game. You take on his brilliance at 1v1 defending. And imagine this in your game. Really enjoy how you feel as you consistently dominate your opponent with great decision making, brilliant strength, brilliant agility, amazing power, your drive and inner belief at such a high level. All of these qualities of Virgil van Dijk becoming your qualities as you enjoy becoming Virgil van Dijk, conditioning his brilliance into you as you imagine scenario after scenario of these 1v1 defending situations and feel these visualizations as much as you can. Condition the neural pathways in your brain to make these brilliant improvements to your game, dominating your opponent as you see it, feel it, and become it.